President Biden is now facing a special counsel investigation over his handling of classified documents, and now some Republican lawmakers are planning their own investigation. Plus, why the FAA now says human error was to blame for the grounding of thousands of flights across the U.S. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. Richland Center police are asking for the public's help to find a missing teen. Police posted on Facebook 16-year-old Kaylee Brown was reported missing. The post did not have any information as to where or when she was last seen or where she may be heading. If you see her or know where she is, call the police. The number on your screen is 608-647-2103. Trial dates have been set for the man accused of groping a woman on State Street last summer. 22-year-old Ivan Smart was arrested and charged in July after he and another man allegedly touched the woman without her consent while she was waiting for an Uber. Smart's trial is set to begin April 3rd. He's charged with 1 count of sexual assault and 1 count of false imprisonment. New at noon, all lanes of Highway 69 are closed near New Glarus following a crash this morning. Officials say the crash happened shortly after 8:30 near the intersection of Highway 69 and Highland Drive. Both north and south lanes were closed as crews cleared the scene. It's unclear if anyone was injured or what caused the crash. Let's head to the weather center now. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has looked at your certified most accurate forecast. A little nuisance snow overnight.
Yeah, just a little bit, but also have You're right with the nuisance clouds, but more likely the pesky clouds, I would say, too, that we're going to deal with the end of the week. And trying to get the sun out, which has been a struggle with that inversion and low sun angle of January. It's hard to get rid of some of these. We do have some snow to the east of us. That's more lake effect snow. As we zoom in, you can see temperatures struggling, upper 20s right now, which is not far from where we should be. But you see that northerly flow and those low clouds are lingering. I think we'll see some sun today, but how much is yet to be really determined if we're going to see any of that. Overall radar, you see the activity to the west or the east. We're not seeing much of the way of snow right now, but those northerly winds continue. You have a few gusts that are in the upper teens to 20s. So we do have that northerly wind going out there that does keep the temperatures down. If you zoom into Dane County with the temperatures, it's overall in the 20s, which once again is not far from average. You see the big picture wise, definitely a cool down behind the system, but overall temperatures pretty close to average. You look out west, they're starting to warm back up, which you look at what we should see above or below. Some of that warm air we're going to see this weekend, and I'll time out when we'll see maybe the 40s returning this weekend, as well as how active and wet the pattern looks for next week a bit later in the broadcast.
Yeah, that 8 degrees made a big difference from yesterday to today.
It's upper 20s. That's what it should be, but you're
exactly.
Right. It's a damp, kind of cold with those low clouds. Definitely with the sun out, it's a little bit different story.
That'll help. And we'll get some later.
True.
Thank you, Greg. Well, severe storms moved across the deep south and southeast this week, causing extensive damage from Alabama to South Carolina. A reported 35 tornadoes struck southern communities yesterday alone. The powerful winds also uprooted trees and overturned big rigs on highways. At least 9 people were killed and more than 40 homes and buildings were destroyed. New at noon, the Treasury Department says the U.S. is expected to hit the debt limit next week. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen notified Congress today that the U.S. will then resort to what is called extraordinary measures to avoid default. That might include delaying some payments to provide more headroom to make other payments deemed essential, including those for Social Security and debt instruments. The Federal Aviation Administration is blaming human error for the computer meltdown Wednesday that grounded air traffic nationwide. Officials say the system failure was caused by those who did not follow procedure while accessing the Notice to Air Missions, or NOTAM, database. They say a data file was damaged, which led to a 90-minute ground stop, delaying 10,000 flights and triggering operational problems for airline carriers. A government source says the system is more than 30 years old, and the planned update is at least 6 years away. The White House is promising full cooperation after the Attorney General appointed a special counsel to look into the possible improper handling of classified documents dating back to the Obama administration. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
As Special Counsel Robert Hur begins his investigation, there are questions about why the Biden administration waited more than 2 months to reveal documents marked classified were found at locations connected to the president.
We did this by the book, and what I mean by that is the moment that the lawyers discovered that the papers were there or the documents were there, they reached out to the archives, they reached out to the Department of Justice.
Attorney General Merrick Garland tapped her to look into possible unauthorized removal and retention of classified documents. He's a veteran prosecutor who served under former President Trump. The announcement came just hours after the White House acknowledged that a small number of documents marked classified had been found in the garage of President Biden's Wilmington residence and in a room next door.
As I said earlier this week, people know I take classified documents and classified material seriously.
This week, the White House revealed that in early November, 10 documents marked classified were found at a building where he once had an office after his vice presidency. Here on Capitol Hill, Republicans are planning their own investigation while questioning the president's transparency.
He knowingly knew this happened going into election, going into interviews. This is what makes America not trust their government.
Garland has now appointed 2 special counsels in 2 months to investigate the handling of sensitive materials by the sitting president and former President Donald Trump, who had over 300 classified documents at his Florida residence. It's unclear how long either investigation will take. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Well, Priscilla Presley says she and the rest of her family are shocked and devastated by the death of her daughter, Lisa Marie Presley. The singer-songwriter died yesterday after suffering cardiac arrest at her home in California. Born in Memphis in 1968, she lived her life in the shared spotlight of her famous father. Her parents divorced when she was 4 and she was 9 when Elvis died. Lisa's personal life never failed to fascinate. She had 2 children with musician Danny Keough, but 20 days after the divorce in 1984, she married Michael Jackson. That marriage would also end in divorce, as would subsequent marriages to actor Nicolas Cage and musician Michael Lockwood, the father to Presley's twin girls. Just 3 days ago, Lisa Marie Presley was on the Golden Globes red carpet. She was 54 years old. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. The IRS announces the start of this year's tax filing season. And if you love working from home, well, those days could be numbered. That's coming up in the Money Watch Report.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, it's my job to make sure we have the best buffet in the US of A.
Impeccable.
New record! Wobbler. I'm on it. I don't do it for the glory. I do it for the buffet. More icing.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Creamy. Brain freeze! Carl, why?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In need of home repairs? From stairs and railings to roofing and plumbing, Habitat Dane County works alongside families to ensure safe, stable housing for years to come. Qualifications are based on income, need, and willingness to partner. Don't delay. Apply today.
A new study shows scientists with ExxonMobil accurately predicted global warming as far back as the 70s. That's according to a study published in the journal Science, and this even though the oil giant was publicly contradicting its conclusions. The research funded by Exxon used more than a dozen different computer models that forecast global warming with precision equal to or better than that of government and top academic climate scientists. The IRS just announced the start of the tax filing season. It is Monday, January 23rd. The agency expects more than 168 million returns will be filed by this year's deadline on April 18th, 3 days after the usual April 15th deadline because of a holiday weekend. If you file electronically and expect a refund, the IRS says you should get a direct deposit within 21 days, barring any issues. And if you love working from home, those days could be numbered. A growing number of companies are now demanding employees spend more time in the office. Walt Disney says employees there must be in office 4 days a week starting this March, and Starbucks wants corporate workers in for at least 3 days a week beginning the end of this month. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 11 points. The NASDAQ, though, down 10, and the S&P 500 is down 7. After the break, Pam has today's egg prices along with Greg's weekend forecast.
Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep on the most recommended mattress in America? Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $40 per month when you use Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. It's time you got a great night's sleep. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffels.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
News 3 Now is taking action to find and deliver the news stories that matter where you live.
Taking action to uncover the truth, getting answers, and finding solutions that can make an impact in your life and our community where we all live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Gabriel Iglesias is spicing things up. You have your face on a hot sauce bottle.
I know, random, right? He's Mexican, that's what happens.
Plus, you gotta see these moves.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this cold Thursday or Friday. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
A little bit colder, yeah, that's for sure, but we're still above average. So, and the ground is still pretty bare out there, that's for sure. Hey, I want to let you know the weather this week has been absolutely ideal for anybody that was headed up to Wisconsin Dells for the Wisconsin Fair Association's convention. I'm a little behind sharing these pictures with you, but there are the 5 finalists that were vying to be the Wisconsin Fairest of the Fair. Brooke Shatley from Barron County was one of them. Zoe Ertl from Sheboygan County. Megan Numrich from Winnebago County. Sam Wirtz from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. And then our final Fairest of the Fair for 2023 came from Greene County. She's a former Judah Dairy Queen. She is named Charlene Swedlin from Judah. She is the 2023 Fairest of the Fairs, 22 years of age. She works at Kuhn North America in the engineering department, working on manuals, technical manuals, and she is also currently a student at Blackhawk Technical College, studying manufacturing, engineering, and technology. So again, congratulations. This young woman you will see across the state of Wisconsin beginning as soon as County Fair season unfolds. Charlene Swedlin from Judah, our 2023 Fairest of the Fairs. And again, congratulations to all those young women that wanted to become our ambassadors for county fairs. They all did a wonderful job. We had great attendance up in Wisconsin Dells, more than 1,000 people that were involved in all the activities that went on and concluded Wednesday night with the name of Charlene being added to the list of our Fairest of the Fairs. So today, kind of keeping an eye on some of those storms that are out in the X's. Don't know what the X's are. Keeping an eye on the news out of California. They're getting more rain this weekend, and that is worrisome, especially for the dairy sector out there. Talked to a dairy broker yesterday, and he said California dairies are losing 5 to 7 pounds of milk per animal per day because of this weather. He said he's getting all kinds of videos from dairy farmers in California that have no place for the water to go because they don't have any infrastructure to contain it. And now mastitis, which is a problem once cows stand in water, that's really taking their production levels down as well. The water, 85 to 90% of that water that they're reporting in California, unfortunately, going back in the ocean. They have staved off some of the drought, but again, a lot of that water ending it right back up in the Pacific. Barrel cheese today down 7.5 at 172.5. 40-pound block cheese was down 9.5, 208 3/4. Double A butter on a Friday finishes the week unchanged at $2.43 a pound. So again, congratulations, Charlene Swedlin from Judah, Greene County's Fairest of the Fair. Now the 2023 Fairest of the Fair. She's going to do a wonderful job.
Now we just have to wait for the fairs to begin.
That's right.
All right, babe. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday, right?
Correct.
All right. Have a good one. In Florida, the iguana population is growing year by year, along with a whole set of problems associated with the reptiles. Christian Benavides explains.
Iguanas love taking in the Florida sun, but they're not native to the state, and they've become so pervasive that when the temperatures drop, the National Weather Service in Miami issues falling iguana advisories.
They're just popping up every single place where they don't belong.
Trappers Harold Rondon and Dion Sandiford are busier than ever.
How bad has the iguana problem gotten?
I made a business out of it, so obviously it's getting out of hand.
Iguanas are eating gardens, getting into pools, even finding their way inside toilets.
We live essentially in swampland, so what's the big deal?
A lot of the people down here, a lot of the residents, they don't understand that these animals aren't from here.
The iguanas have a reputation for passing salmonella to pets and burrowing near lakes and canals, causing erosion. West Palm Beach shelled out $1.8 million in 2020 to fix a compromised dam.
Here in Lake Worth Beach, the iguana population has gotten so out of control that the lizards are getting into electrical substations like this one, triggering multiple power outages last year. How does that happen?
Either the tail or the tip of their nose. It could be their tongue. To complete the circuit.
City Utility Director Ed Liberty says iguanas chasing the heat get past the chain link fence.
They'll like to lay on the rock, and then they'll migrate over towards the transformer.
The city started using vegetation control to keep the iguanas out. Last year, iguanas caused 16 outages, down from 20 in 2021 and 28 in 2020.
We're not going to defeat and eliminate the population. We have to learn to live with this population of iguanas.
And scientists believe climate change is helping them grow their ranks and creep north. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Lake Worth Beach, Florida.
Interesting. Here's Greg now with a look at the weekend forecast.
Oh, yes, the iguanas, and they fall off when they get cold, too, down there. So, overall, we're not even expecting to be too cold, but look at the big picture. There's your system still out to the Gulf of Alaska that's continuing to bring wave after wave to California. That will begin to change, but you can see we have high pressure to the west. That's going to start sliding eastward towards our area, so we're going to see better conditions overall. And then we still got that northerly flow. You can see the cloud cover all the way down further south, just with the colder air temperatures that came with it and the moisture to the ground has provided a lot of stratus clouds all the way down. Although this is not really unusually cold for this time of year, it is compared to what we've had before in the past few days. So overall, we talked about a lot about stratus right now. We've dealt with it quite a few in the few 2 weeks. It's really that low cloud that sticks towards the ground. Sometimes can have some moisture, flurries, sprinkles, depending on the temperature. And it also likes to hover around inversions where that temperature increases aloft, and that can trap it. And when you don't have a lot of sun to warm up that layer of air, especially during January, it can stick around all day or several days too. And that's kind of what we've been dealing with for at least on and off last couple of weeks too. As you see, here's the pattern right now. That ridge starting to build out east. You still got that northerly flow and cloud cover, but over time, we're going to start seeing that kind of push east. So cloud cover will begin to break up tomorrow. This system really is going to be the one we're going to keep an eye on through Sunday, but it's not going to be a factor until probably late Sunday night. As you see the southwesterly winds increase, that'll get into the area by, like I said, Sunday night. Overall, cloud cover is going to be the story this afternoon. We will see some breaks here and there, but it's going to be somewhat stubborn in certain areas with that northerly winds. Temperatures really right around where we should be, upper 20s, but it'll feel that damp cold with that moisture still in the air. Tonight, we'll see more breaks probably in the clouds. Temperatures get back down to the upper teens, still lingering clouds, and then tomorrow we'll lose the low clouds, but in the afternoon we'll start seeing maybe some more high clouds come in, which will allow the sun still to come out, looking at more mid to upper 30 temperatures for highs, maybe getting an outsized shot of a 40 down south. As you see the winds begin to turn around from the south, which means we're going to start warming up, and a warmer than Sunday on tap too as we get to that point. The next system we're watching too is that one that comes Sunday night, late Sunday night into Monday. That's a very wet system, but rain. Chances really start ramping up towards Monday morning, and then as you get towards Monday, really it's looks likely that we're going to see off and on rain throughout all day Monday, maybe lingering into Monday night and to early Tuesday. That'll push off to the northeast. Not much of snow on the backside. It'll probably just rain for everyone. We'll have a dry period come Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we got something coming Wednesday night, Thursday that looks to be a little bit colder and could provide some accumulating snow potentially as you see in the 10-day forecast. That's something that we're keeping an eye on right now for Wednesday night into Thursday. Other than that, we'll try to get rid of those pesky clouds, maybe get up to the low 40s by Sunday. Monday will be fairly warm but wet, and then we just cool off. But even throughout this extended, we still don't get really cold air. We just do drop down with, like I said, some accumulating snow maybe towards the end of next week. We'll be right back after the break.
First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that I'm like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
Just didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
I'd like to share something with everyone that I recently discovered after looking over your recipe requests. You all love your sweets, and I don't blame you. So do I. And if homemade candy is on the top of that list, then you're gonna love the ooey gooey candy bars we're making today. We begin by melting some butter in a soup pot along with a package of marshmallows just until they're melted. We take this off the heat and stir in a good amount of peanut butter crunch cereal. After placing this in a baking dish, we melt some more butter in a saucepan and add equal amounts of sweetened condensed milk and corn syrup, some brown sugar, and a splash of vanilla. Once this thickens up, we pour it over the cereal mixture, and after it sets, which takes about 15 minutes, we'll top it off with some chocolate that we've melted in the microwave. Once the chocolate firms up, it's ready to cut into bars. After trying a bunch of these, our test kitchen team thought these were even better than any candy bar that you can buy at the checkout line. If you want to try these, all you have to do is go to our website and look for, what do you call them, bars? I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a simply delicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Meet Dill, a 6-year-old cat who knows what he likes. He loves to snuggle and curl up in your lap on his terms. Dill also enjoys treats and sitting by the window to watch wildlife. He's looking for a home that'll spoil him with love, snuggles, and treats. Interested in Dill? Ask for him in the Adoption Center. The Humane Society is starting a new program for kids' service days. Children ages 8 to 15 can participate in activities to help the shelter and spend time in the classroom with classroom animals. Activities include stuffing Kong dog toys, making treat boxes, and much more. You have to register ahead of time, and it costs $15 a person. The first service day is next Saturday, the 21st. For more information, go to giftshelter.org. And last week's pet, Blue the dog, is still available for adoption. If you're interested in adopting Dill, Blue, or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And here's Greg with one last check of the weather.
Yeah, we still got those low clouds that are going to hang around that stratus. It's going to break up here and there, but I think pretty much it'll be lasting through tonight, and then probably more sun tomorrow, more high clouds. Mild temperatures, more upper 30s, near 40s. The rain returns late Sunday for the work week. The new work week looks to be a wet Monday, but the good news, it's just going to be rain as the port. So you time that out, we may see a few breaks in here of the clouds. Temperatures really not budging much other than the upper 20s with that north wind dying down. There's your low temperatures for tonight, upper teens to near 20, and then your 10-day. We got the warm conditions, the rain coming Monday, and maybe snow later in the week.
How much snow? We don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll get some. I think accumulation Wednesday night, Thursday, but it's still early to say exactly how much we'll get. But the trend is down. The trend is more snow, but still not bad.
The trend is winter.
It still is winter. That's
all right, Greg,
true.
Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.